Okay, let's talk about these Wuyi teas. First of all, here we have sort of Eastern Asia. We need to look into Fujian, China, which is here. And then zoom in a bit. So we have Fujian. Anshi is where Tie Guanyin is made. But Wuyi up here in Nanping City, that is where Jinjun Mei, Lapsang, Souchong, and these Wuyi Yancha teas are made. So we're going to zoom in again on Wuyi, especially central to northwest. And then we have this map with Tongmu Village, where Lapsang, Souchong, and Jinjun Mei are made. But for now, we're going to focus on this area over here. So Wuyishan City is here, but we're going to see a lot of markers in an upcoming map about this area right away. So this map's a bit of a mess, but you have the Nine Bend stream here. So you would get on a river raft here, and you'd kind of float along the bank of the river. And you get off there after the Nine Bend stream. This area here, especially this dotted line-ish area there, is where you could argue the Grand Cru, Premier Cru, best of the best bushes are. Julongke is the original location where you can find Da Hong Pao, the big red robe. It's a very special area in here. It means 9 dragon nest. And to zoom out a bit, there are these 3 areas. I'm gonna screw up the pronunciation, so I won't try. But there, here, and here, where you can say these are the best 3. Can I say second best? If this is the best, for sure, these 3 are second best. These 2 are third. And then these 3 are honorable mentions. But anyway, getting tea from inside this area is really not impossible. It's very expensive, for sure. Farmers, as I have been told, most of the time work in sort of a cooperative system. And in a cooperative system, the tea maker buys the leaves from someone who grows them well. Sometimes farmers will buy leaves from many producers and then process them under one tea master. That seems to be the case for the stuff that I'm bringing in, at least the Da Hong Pao and the 9 Dragon's Nest version. Just to go back for a second, though, and to give context, this area is a national park, and you're not allowed to spray chemicals or have fertilizer. Everything in here is quite managed by quotas. Like, you're not allowed to make past X amount of tea as your company. That's what I have been told. However, stylistically, as soon as you leave that area there and you kind of get into the greater area here, you just do whatever you want. You can call the tea, Shui Xian, like the water sprite, or Narcissus, or you can call it Da Hong Pao still. because Da Hong Pao is like, it's murky. It's kind of like, originally there are, so this is apparently the story that is widely accepted, is that there was a student who was studying to become a court official in China, and he lived in that area, and when he went to take the tests, he got a heat stroke, sunstroke, and tea from that area where the Da Hong Pao mother bushes are, this, again, 9 dragon's nest, that made him feel better, and he got over his stroke and became an official. And when he passed that test, he's given like a special robe to wear, a red robe with a dragon on it, and he tried to give it to the monk who gave him the tea, but the monk refused, and then he put the robe on the tea bushes. That's the official history of this, I guess. Now, that's not what I heard originally, but we don't have to get into that. These 4 mother bushes were making tea up until like 1999, and then it was like the craziest tea sale ever. So other things say 2006, doesn't matter, anyway, they're not available anymore. Where we're at today is those mother bushes had cuttings taken from them and they were propagated elsewhere. Chidan is the name of, I guess, the official propagated bushes. But then those have also been propagated and then crossbred with Shuishan and Rogui and other bushes in the area. And so Da Hong Pao, the original tea, it's like, yeah, you could say those 4 bushes, but all the bushes in the area, they all come from seeds, so they're not clones. So the original of this tea were called field blends, where you harvest an entire field of genetically diverse material. That is what the tea is supposed to be. These days, Da Hong Pao is at the commodity level, just a blend of, not necessarily a field blend per se. It's less genetic diversity because it's like the, how do I say, plantation farmed clones. So you get the good ones, like Rogui, like Shuishan, and other ones, and then you blend them together, and you get like an approximation. Those bushes taste really good. They taste better than a lot of the mundane bushes, but call it like the fuzz, the fogginess, the complexity without any strong area to go into is what you lose when you start just choosing the ones that taste great. Okay, so when it comes to Da Hong Pao today, you can't get them from the mother bushes anymore. It's very hard to get them from the 9 Dragon's Nest at all, and very expensive. You can get approximated versions, or you can get Chidan versions, which are also rare and sort of limited and expensive, or you can get the Da Hong Pao variety that is made of Chidan and other things. That just gets you closer to what the mother bushes would have been in the old days, I guess you could say. Anyway, I have like 5 versions of this tea coming in soon. No Rogui, but Lao Tsong, like the old bush, means 60 years and up. Old bushes from Shuishan. I have Shuishan, which is another Lao Tsong, different producer, but from Julong Ke, the 9 Dragon's Nest. Da Hong Pao, which is not from that that area where I showed like the triangle area, it's just outside, but it's so you call it, when they're from inside the area, you call them full rock teas. This would be called a half rock tea. It's when they're from the Wuyi Mountains, but then just not within that core zone. And then further away, you can call them like, I don't know, further away teas. Not full rock or half rock. And they do that because there's a certain flavor that Wuyi teas have because of the terroir, which is very mineral driven, and they call it rock rime, which Zhengyan teas have the best, but then half rock have it just a little bit. While I believe everything I said just now to be correct, this is also the type of oolong that I drink the least, and have thus avoided studying it until just a few days ago. So it seems like there's a lot of conflicting information here. I'm just trying to process it all. Saying this in a video like this, unrehearsed, I think it makes me look sort of dumb. But I'll get there. Anyway, thank you for watching.